Hello everyone. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus with our videos, so we're going to start them up again, get that information out as best as we possibly can. So the first topic I'd like to talk about for all my restaurateurs out there is the difference between a direct tip and a controlled tip. Okay, so this made news, probably not your news feed, but my news feed, on a recent court case that was appealed and settled in Canada's highest courts. It was an employer that was controlling the tips of their employees and not including those T4, not including those tips on their T4s. So the gist of the story is that if you have any control whatsoever over how your tips are distributed to your employees in your restaurant or in your business, then those are in fact pensionable and insurable. And then of course CPP and EI do apply to those tips, as well as income tax being deducted. So in this case, what was happening is they were taking the tips and reducing the tips by the fee that the credit card companies are charging for processing fees. Now, we'll talk about credit card processing fees in another video. That's another new topic. But because they were controlling the tips, and by controlling the tips, they were just taking that little bit of a fee off, which is pretty cheap if you ask me. They were ruled against and deemed to have controlled those tips, and then of which those earnings should have been reported on a T4, and the appropriate CPP and EI would have been deducted from those. Okay. If you would like to avoid the hassle of having the CRA breathing down your neck about including tips on T4s, they're still taxable, by the way. Tips are still taxable regardless of what happens. So it's up to your direct tips are up to your employees to report on their own tax return. And it seems that the CRA about every 10 years really goes hard on tips. So we should be expecting another one here shortly. Well, they'll probably audit a bunch of restaurants and industries and make sure that they're getting the tax dollars from that money. But if you want to avoid this trap, please allow your employees to take the tips. And if there are sharing with cooks or bussers, then the employees are the ones that get to decide what the share is. Okay, so the employer has to step back, cannot have any direct contact with the decision making with those tips. Okay, and then they are considered direct tips. Direct tips are not insurable and they are not pensionable. Okay. So I hope that helps all my restaurant clients out there, and anybody else who's interested in learning about this stuff. If you like to know more, if you have any questions, please reach out and contact us. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your friends. Be well. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all of which are linked in the description below. We're more than just an accounting firm. We do business consulting and media creation for our small businesses. Consider checking us out. It would really mean a lot. Hope to see you soon.